All right, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order at 1:30 p.m. and we will start with roll call.
Candelas?
Here.
Ortiz?
Present.
Foley? Here. Vice Chair Davis? Here. And Chair Cohen?
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Our first item is a review of the work plan. We have to take action to defer the item, the quarterly status report to a future meeting, but perhaps September 9th, if not October. We have any public comment on this?
We have no public comment.
All right, do we have a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
All right, let's vote. Uh-oh, just vote orally.
And I vote for me.
All right, motion carries 5-0. And we have two items on consent today. These are the work plans for the Climate Advisory Commission and the Airport Commission. Do we have any public comment?
We have one card that was just submitted.
Okay.
We have one public speaker card for Diane Solomon. Please make your way down to the podium. You will have 2 minutes to speak. Thank you.
How are you? My good. I didn't recognize
This is for item B1, or for C1, Climate Advisory Commission.
until you called.
Item C1.
Is that the public for the climate advisory?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you didn't recognize me coming down the hallway. No, I didn't.
Good afternoon. My name is Diane Solomon, and I'm here on behalf of your Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee. We're here to help you improve bicycle and pedestrian safety here within our city based on our experience. First, we respectfully request going forward that the city's plan includes fully funding and capital budgeting of the Better Bike Plan 2025 and the Vision Zero program. Last year, traffic fatalities exceeded homicides. Tragically, this year will likely be no different. Second, thank you for using the vehicle miles traveled metric. You can do more for our city. Please seek to decrease VMT, and you can do this quicker and better, I think, if you prioritize building out the bicycle network and making this network's funding a priority. Third, the BPAC is your advisory committee. Please let your BPAC help you and our city integrate our city's bicycle and pedestrian needs with our city's goals for vehicle miles traveled and land use. We have ideas. Please use us. Thank you.
Thank you, and back to the committee.
Do we have a motion on the consent calendar?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and second. Let's vote. And the consent calendar passes 5-0. Thanks for your public comment. We are now on to our report. We have one report on today's agenda. It's our shoreline levee and sea level rise status report. I'll turn it over to Kip.
Thank you. Kip Harkness, Deputy City Manager, and I'm immediately going to turn it over to Kevin Ice, our Director of Real Estate, who has been working on this project and will give us an update. I believe Bhavani, who is our counterpart over at Valley Water, is also joining us online. Bhavani Yaraputra.
Thank you, Kip. So the South San Francisco Bay Shoreline Phase 1 project, or the Shoreline Levee project, is a multi-benefit flood risk reduction and shoreline restoration project managed by the United States Army Corps of Engineers in partnership with Valley Water as the local sponsor and the California State Coastal Conservancy. The project will provide 100-year coastal flood risk management inclusive of sea level rise for the community of Valviso, parts of North San Jose, and critical infrastructure such as the San Jose-Santa Clara Regional Wastewater Facility, or RWF. The project will also restore roughly 2,900 acres of former salt ponds into tidal marsh and improve public access along the shoreline. Today, I'll give you an update on the latest efforts that staff are doing to advance this project in coordination with our partners. So the RWF and the city have strong interests in collaborating to ensure project success. Coastal flooding and sea level rise are an existential threat to the RWF, Alviso, and North San Jose. The project consists of 5 reaches, reaches 1 through 3, located north of Alviso, and reaches 4 and 5, located north of the RWF. Construction for reaches 1 through 3 began in December 2021 and is anticipated to be complete in summer 2025. The RWF owns the lands that the Shoreline Levee project must acquire to construct reaches 4 and 5. The RWF is the largest advanced wastewater treatment plant in the western U.S., serving 8 cities in the region and 1.4 million residents. The City of San Jose is the majority owner and administrating agency of the plant, and the City of Santa Clara is a minority owner. City staff have focused on engaging the project to transfer the required property interests while ensuring the plant receives fair value for all assets and that plant operations are protected. In September 2021, the Army Corps paused work on reaches 4 and 5 due to cost overruns. However, project stakeholders, led by Valley Water and including the city, lobbied Congress for additional funding, and the Army Corps was awarded $91.12 million in extra federal funding in February 2023, bringing federal funding to a total of $219 million. As a result, the Army Corps has now restarted work on reaches 4 and 5. So shown here is the currently approved project plan for the Shoreline Levee project. Reaches 1 through 3, which are under construction. Does this have a pointer? No, okay, no pointer. Sorry, so we're showing reaches 1 through 3, generally on the left side of the yellow line, which is the levee alignment. And then reaches 4 and 5 are just to the south of the Pond A18, the large blue water feature shown with that stair-step alignment. Pond A18 is the primary property that the project must acquire from the RWF. And the legacy lagoons are to the south of Pond A18 on the other side of the levee. And those are important to the project, and I'll describe more about those in a minute. In order to construct the project, the Army Corps must lower the cost of construction to bring it into budget. To do this, the Army Corps is engaged in a value engineering study to reduce overall project costs, which is expected to modify the project alignment, so change what's shown here for reaches 4 and 5. Any changes to the project from the value engineering study will be evaluated by city staff to ensure that our key elements of 100-year flood protection, public access, and protection of RWF operations are maintained. The revised project will further define the land interests that must be conveyed by the RWF and the city of San Jose to Valley Water. Under the original design, the project requires approximately 895 acres in total from the RWF, as well as easements for ongoing access, construction staging, and a license for early access to begin stockpiling soil to be used as levee fill. Staff are focused to ensure that RWF operations will continue unimpeded both during and after construction, because the RWF is subject to regulatory obligations that must be met at all times. Staff are also considering current and future capital projects to protect plant operations and align our work so that shoreline levee construction access is provided in as safe a manner as possible. The result of this coordination will be captured in an agreement between the RWF and Valley Water. Staff are currently negotiating a high-level, non-binding letter of intent agreement that will inform a more detailed, binding memorandum of understanding for the project. The MOU will be presented to TPAC and then the City of Santa Clara's Council and San Jose's Council for authorization. Staff have made strides with Valley Water on the LOI agreement. Pending final sign-off from the City of Santa Clara, we anticipate that all remaining deal points have been resolved in the LOI and that we can progress to document execution and MOU negotiations within this month. Key terms of the MOU will focus on protecting RWF operations ensuring fair value for transferred assets, and establishing a method for Valley Water to compensate the plant by providing either cash or wetland mitigation credit for the cleanup of the RWF's legacy lagoons. The legacy lagoons predate the Clean Water Act and must be cleaned up, and this cleanup requires the RWF to mitigate impacts to roughly 60 acres of wetlands. This payment flexibility could drive significant value for the RWF in a manner that limits the cash outlay for Valley Water and the project. This helps the effort that the partners share in seeking to reduce costs to the project to bring it into budget and enable it to move forward. City and Valley Water staff are engaging project partners and the Water Board to secure credit from the project's ecological uplift to Pond 18 to offset the impacts of the Legacy Lagoons cleanup order. Staff will keep our elected officials updated on how to support this process when there's an opportunity to do so. With that, staff are available for any questions. As Kip mentioned, Bhavani Yarapotu is, from Valley Water is available via Zoom. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the presentation. Do we have any members of the public who have submitted a card or here for comment? Doesn't look like it.
We have no public
Okay.
comment.
Thank you. We'll come back to the committee. See if I have any hands. Doesn't look like it. Go ahead, Councilmember Davis.
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation, Kevin. Appreciate it. I just want to know who is negotiating on the city side with Valley Water for this letter of intent.
It's led by Kip, City Manager's Office, with Public Works and ESD and OED Real Estate as key partners in the conversation.
Okay. Kip, do you have a sense of how quickly that will be completed?
Yeah, so for the letter of intent, we hope to get that signed off very soon. For the memorandum of understanding, which is really where the details come in, we're going to try to drive for that by the end of this calendar year. I'd like to get us to a point where we are at signature on that, ideally by the end of December, if not slipping slightly into January. But I think that we have a framework which I believe is literally a win-win-win. We can ensure completion of the project, we can lower costs, and then we can mitigate any of the impacts. And so what I want to do is get that very clearly in the MOU with our partner Valley Water and signed off by the end of the year is my hope and intent.
Okay.
Once that's signed off, not to trivialize the very, very complex work that continues, but that MOU gives us a clear path for the transaction and the rest of the project and should allow the technical work to begin and have cleared up most of the both small p, large p political items.
Okay, great. That's good to hear. This issue has been outstanding for a long time, and it's good to know that we'll have sort of reaches 4 and 5 well in hand by the time that reaches 1 through 3 are completed in the spring. So I appreciate that. That's it for me.
Yeah, can you just follow up a little bit on the mitigation responsibility on those ponds? So we're talking about a transfer from RWF on not just Pond 18, but the other ponds to Valley Water. Is that right? So they will be taking ownership?
So we do anticipate that the alignment will change as a result of the value engineering exercise, and that could mean that a portion of the legacy lagoons, which on the map that I showed, legacy lagoons were all to the north of the south of the alignment. By bringing that alignment down, some of those lagoons will be tidally connected on the north side, so those certainly need to be cleaned up. And then we did receive an order from the state board requiring us to clean up all of the legacy lagoons, which more than just what the project would need, because it's all kind of tied together. So we have to act on the whole.
And there will be a cost sharing? I mean, Valley Water will be responsible for some of that, or the wastewater facility is responsible for all of the cleanup?
It's the wastewater facility's responsibility. It was the operational area before the Clean Water Act of the wastewater plant.
Right. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Do we have any other questions? Is there a motion to accept the report?
Second.
All right, motion from Councilmember Davis, second from Councilmember Ortiz. Let's vote. Motion carries 5-0. Thanks so much for the update. That brings us to the end of our meeting, and before I adjourn, we can celebrate a really short meeting, but be aware that we have a lot of long agendas. Oh, we have open forum first, but I'll just wrap up my comment anyway. We have a lot of long agendas, September particularly. If we're unable to meet in September, make sure we have extra time in October, November, December to cover everything that we need to cover before the end of the year in this committee. Any members of the public want to speak in open forum?
We have one public speaker card submitted for Diane Solomon. Please make your way down. You will have 2 minutes to speak. Thank you.
Well, thank you for making San Jose a great place to live. I'm kind of going to waive it because I thought we would be speaking to the Climate Advisory Commission report and the Airport Commission, and I guess that changed or something. So anyway, thank you. See you next time.
Thank you. And just to be clear, those were approved as part of a consent calendar, those agendas, so you may comment at the appropriate time before. Yeah. No.
Did I miss that? I guess.
Oh, I mean, if you want to speak, did you want to speak on the airport one as well? Or just the, if you want to say something about that one, since you missed that moment, go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Just briefly about the airport. Again, I'm representing your BPAC. And I'm here to say that there's no safe way to walk or ride a bicycle to or from our airport. And I'm living proof of that, and I was hoping you could work to enable pedestrian and bicycle access. I can appreciate there are security issues, but we should be able to, if need be, or just if you want to take a nice walk home from our flight, be able to do that. So thank you.
All right, thank you.
And then back to the committee.
Okay, we are adjourned at 1:47 p.m.